the number one reason why you are obviously so attached to Sai Baba?
He's in me. I wouldn't be me if not for him.
I don't know anything other than Sai Baba.
What kind of an influence has Baba had in your life?
The biggest.
I personally feel that every time I ask that question, what would Swami want us to do? We've suddenly distanced him from us, from ourselves, right?
It's called duality.
Yes.
Every crossroads that I've been at, it has been filled and showered with signs from him. I've never felt alone.
Even though he's left his body for a good number of years now, you're still saying to me that you feel this connection.
Stronger and stronger.
A young married couple from Fairfax, Virginia, Abhinav and Gowri, at a Sai Baba retreat in the Poconos with their 9-day-old baby, a fifth-generation Sai Baba family. Their story is enchanting. Welcome to Souljourns. This interview was recorded in the Pennsylvania mountains on May 25th, 2019.
As far as how he's part of my life, I don't know anything other than Sai Baba. That's all I know.
Explain that. A lot of people would find that a little bit difficult to understand.
Sure. Many times, I can give you an example. When a lot of times when people are looking or thinking about what to do in a particular situation, or they're trying to assess which way to go, they often ask the question saying, what would Swami want us to do? That's a question that I can never relate to, because I personally feel that every time I ask that question, what would Swami want us to do, we've suddenly distanced him from us, from ourselves, right?
It's called duality.
Yes. So for me, what would Swami want us to do is honestly no different than what do I feel is my duty, or am I supposed to do in a particular situation?
It's called
oneness.
It's called you are the Swami you're talking to.
Absolutely. So Sai Baba to me is that voice within each and every one of us that tells us, that guides us in any particular situation, between right and wrong, the path forward, whatever it may be. Much more than a 5-foot form that's decorated in orange and a head full of hair. Much more, Sai Baba to me is much more about that voice within us that guides us.
And have you ever been to India to see Sai Baba in the form?
A handful of times.
Mm-hmm.
I was had the privilege of being part of several group pilgrimages we took as a region and as a nation.
From Fairfax, Virginia?
From as Region 2, as the Mid-Atlantic region in 2005 and then in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was also part of the national pilgrimage that we took as part of the USA group in 2010.
It's a question I ask anybody, but I'm always fascinated at how varied the answers are about how Sai Baba has helped to transform your life.
Again, that's a question that I'd struggle to answer, because I can't think of a day when Sai Baba wasn't part of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So without being able to tell you what the before was, I can't really, I struggle to explain the after. But if I had to give it my best attempt, he's what keeps me moving. No matter how tough a situation might be, no matter how difficult or treacherous the waters may seem on any given day, in any given situation, he's the only thing that I have that helps me undoubtedly. I don't know what it means to turn away from him, because whether it's been up to me or not, I don't think he's quite let me turn away from him in some way or another. Even when I feel like I'm a little tired, maybe I'll take a break from something this year. Somehow or another, he always pulls me back in, and I love jumping right back in, because I truly enjoy every moment serving him, serving his people even more. It's just been a magical experience.
And somehow did you come to Sai Baba?
So my grandparents went to see Swami for the first time in 1951. So I am a fourth generation, because my great grandparents went to Baba as well.
So your child is now going to be a fifth generation, and your child, I want to say grandchild, but I know that that's not true. Your little baby is 9 days old.
She's 9 days old.
And he or she is here with you?
She, Saisha, is here with us at the retreat. So I also serve as the devotion coordinator for the region. I think over the past, so all of us are also finishing up our term later this year. So it's been about 5 years that we've been doing this, and it's been such a big part of our lives. It's like Uncle Chetan was mentioning earlier today that we feel like we're a part of the retreat, but the retreat is such a big part of our lives.
I can see why. It's spectacular here, and I'm not doing a commercial. I really mean it. I've been to many campgrounds, many retreats. This is clearly the nicest place I've ever seen.
It's very sweet of you. And it's definitely not an individual effort by any means. We have volunteers coming up a week ahead to set things up. We have the prep starts as early as October, November, and there's just hundreds of people who put in so much time and effort, and we're just very grateful to be part of that. The whole experience, the whole
So how's
process.
it going so far?
So far, things look to be going very well. I mean, we were very fortunate that we were able to help with all of the prep almost until the night before she was born. And then once she was born and went back home from the hospital, my husband and I were sitting at home and staring at each other saying, what are we doing here? I mean, Swami's up there. And why are we sitting home? We met at the retreat 5-6 years ago.
Oh, great.
So how better for us, what better could we do?
And has it always been here in the Poconos?
It's been here, I'm not entirely sure, I think about 10-12 years or so.
Westmont, is that the name
Camp
of this place?
Westmont, yes.
Camp Westmont.
We've been here for about 10 or 12 years, I don't know exactly.
Somewhere in the Poconos. I'd never be able to get here, but I'm glad I came.
We're very glad to have you.
Everybody's been so kind, so loving. Just Sai Rams everywhere. Reminds you that you're in Prashanti. In fact, it even looks like Prashanti
Did
here.
you see the signboards and stuff?
I've taken pictures of them, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so what kind of an influence has Baba had in your life?
The biggest. I was born in the US, but I grew up in India for about 10-12 years. So I was fortunate to go to Bal Vikas in India. I had multiple opportunities to sing in front of Baba in Whitefield.
So what can you tell me about Sai Baba that I don't know? Any personal experiences, any interviews, any dreams, any apparitions in your house?
None of those. I mean, I've had Swami's come in front of me in darshan in Whitefield a few times, and I've been blessed to have Pada Namaskar, be able to touch his feet. But other than that, no dreams, no apparitions, nothing of that sort. But it's truly been such an amazing journey for me, in that every juncture, every crossroads that I've been at, it has been filled and showered with signs from him. I've never felt alone.
Even though he's left his body for a good number of years now, you're still saying to me that you feel this connection.
Stronger and stronger. The reason for that, and you'll see that a lot more over here, is that for a lot of us over here, we've had very limited interactions with the physical form. So our connection with Swami is much more internal and much more personal. So that just grows stronger and stronger each day. And for us to be here with every bit of confidence with our 9-day-old child, it would not be possible if we didn't feel him within, guiding us and guarding us to bring us over here. I think for me, every step of the way, even accepting this regional role was his miracle. He played a wonderful game with me to make that happen. Meeting my husband, the way our wedding happened, every little bit of that. There's so many stories, and every bit of that has been his miracle. But it's all been in the most subtle ways, but also in the boldest of ways, where you can't mistake it. It's him, and it's him guiding, guarding, protecting.
The number one reason why you are obviously so attached to Sai Baba.
He's in me. I wouldn't be here if not for him. I wouldn't be me if not for him.
And somehow I think your little girl, as she grows up, is going to feel the very same way.
We hope so. We truly hope so.
Is she hungry right about now?
I think I just
Probably.
have some time. I have a few moments.
9 days old, going on 10.
Yes.
Well, good luck to both of you. Much love. Sai Ram, Sai
Thank you so
Ram,
much, Uncle
Sai
Ted.
Ram. Thank
Sai Ram.
you.